5 weeks of bloodshed for AMC. What is going on? Why does it matter? 5 weeks? What is happening? Why is AMC continuing to go lower? Breaking down the chart, talking more about my favorite stock in the entire world, and probably your favorite stock as well if you're watching this video. And I can't wait to read your comments telling me how stupid I am. But here we are, January 2022. And AMC is at $18. Breaking it down right here in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Patrick here. I know in the past people think that I'm like trying to mock the AMC apes, or I'm trying to belittle the AMC apes at this point. But one thing that I want to get clear, I want to get it out there, right? I've been exactly where you are. If you're watching this video and you're down on AMC, you bought AMC at $40 and you're still holding, you're hoping and you're praying, I've been exactly where you are. I am not a millionaire. I'm not a hedge fund. I'm just a normal, everyday guy just like you. I just, happen to have a YouTube channel where I can talk about my opinions and my beliefs. And, at the end of the day, I believe everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But here we are on AMC, and I feel like I've had a pretty strong opinion about AMC since the high back there in June. Now, there's been some ups, there's been some downs, we've had some bounces, we've had some opportunities. I've actually made money on AMC, to be honest with you guys, both shorting and buying call options and vice versa. So by no means am I an anti-ape or am I an anti-AMC. That is not what this whole thing is about. At the end of the day, I'm a trader. I'm looking to make money off of trading, off of investing and selling, buying and selling. That's how we make money. So unlike a lot of people out there that believe that you should just buy a stock and hold it until it goes to zero, well, that's not always the best investment plan. Now, one thing that I get the comments a lot from people. They say that AMC is not a fundamental play, that AMC is a short squeeze, it's being manipulated, there's billions and billions of synthetic shares out there, basically creating all these theories and all these reasons to why AMC going lower. Why is it going lower? It's because of all the manipulation. And again, I'm not going to say that there's no manipulation in the stock market. Remember, the richest people in the world have gotten rich because they've learned how to play the game. They've learned how to manipulate stocks, or, they've learned how to manipulate the overall price of things based on, controlling the media, controlling the news, or also just controlling the overall stock price. At the end of the day, it's investing, right? Like if you invest $5 and you make $10, you're happy, right? Like you don't cry and complain about manipulation when you make money. But the problem is when you hold a investment and you hold it and you end up losing money, then you end up making reasons to why you lost money other than the fact that you just lost money. Nobody's mad when the stock went from $12 to $72. Nobody was mad at the manipulation then. Nobody was screaming and crying about how, oh my God, the stock went from $12 to $72. It's so manipulated. No, it's just the way the money, the market moves here, right? Nobody's mad when they're making money, but everyone's mad and everyone's upset and everyone's creating reasons to why they're losing money. So think about that. Think about that emotionally, and think about that from a human instinct or a human standpoint. When you say that AMC is not a fundamental play or the chart doesn't matter, all that matters is that you're going to hold forever. And well, if you would have bought here at 60 and you're hold forever, you are now, let's say you're down about 70% if you would have bought at this $62 level, which would have been up here. So, again, it's not about placing blame here. It's about just understanding that obviously, when a stock goes straight to the moon, there's this thing called gravity. Reality sets in. People that bought at 12 sold at 70. People that bought at 60 started panic selling. They dumped it. It dropped down. People bought here. They FOMO'd in. They got dumped on again. They were FOMOing in here at the $40 to $30 level, thinking that AMC could never go lower from here. Well, here it is at $18. So even let's say you bought here at 30. Let's say you bought there at the $40 level. I mean, you're down 54%. So it's always an argument of like who's right, who's wrong here, and who's going to win at the end of the day. I don't really see this ever kind of ending up at a point where the hedge funds are going to end up losing everything. And I think that that's a very kind of, I don't know, I think that's a misconception, right? People think that they're going to bankrupt Wall Street. They're going to bankrupt hedge funds. But this move back there in, May or June of last year, this was a kind of unexpected move. It happened with the whole GameStop squeeze. You had an insane amount of retail traders investing at that point. You had a lot of people on, I guess, unemployment getting money. They had extra money from COVID and all that stuff going on. So there was a lot of money injected into the stock. And what's funny is, AMC was able to raise tons and tons of money with dilution, with offerings, with selling shares. And during this whole time, from the highs, the CEO, the VP, the whole entire company, basically the executives, have been selling shares through this move. So that's always a red flag as well. And I know people are going to say, Adam Aaron made a deal where he said, he needed to make money, or he needed his retirement, or he basically made this plan that he was going to sell shares. But guys, at the end of the day, if I'm the CEO of one of the largest movie theaters in the world, and I believe the stock is going to go to $1,000 one day, why would I sell at 30 to 40? Why? Because it's reality, right? Because the actual CEO of the company knows that, number one, the stock's not going to go to $1,000. The stock's not going to go to $500. Maybe magically it goes to $100, but the CEO obviously knows more than I do, and he probably knows more than you do here at this point. So let's look at the chart and kind of talk about what's been going on right now. If you look back here and you count, right now we're on the weekly chart. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of red from that high. Then we bottomed out. We had a green week. We kind of had some more pullback. We consolidated there at the $32 level. We then rallied up here to $52. We got slammed back down. But again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 weeks of red there on AMC. We consolidated from this level. And then guess what? We had red, red, red. But only 3 weeks. We had 1, 2, 3. 3 weeks of red. And then this big bounce off of this $20 level. We bounced back up above 30. And then guess what? We had 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 weeks of red here. Now, you might ask yourself, what does that mean? Why does it matter, Patrick? Well, I'm kind of looking at this like maybe this could be a possible kind of bounce from this level, seeing that we had, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would be our 5th week of red. If we end up closing this week red, well, that would be, I think, kind of breaking this trend of having 4 weeks of red and then getting a bounce. So I'm kind of looking at AMC here. I'm still sticking to this idea that I'm hoping that AMC can squeeze up to this $30 level at some point, and then I think it's just going to get crushed back down from there, and it's not going to go higher, and it's going to really make for a good opportunity to get short up here at this level. Now, that does mean there will be some upside to make some money here as well. So, really it comes down to needing big moves in the stock. Like, the problem with the options right now is that the IV is so high. So you really need drastic moves to happen very quickly to make money on the options. So, let's say I buy, let's go to the daily chart. Let's say I buy $22 calls. And the stock, slowly rises, and gets up here to a $24 level. If it does that, I'm still not going to make any money. Even if it goes to $26, but it takes 2 or 3 weeks to get to $26, the IV is going to kill me either way. So I can't make any money off of AMC if it slowly rises, right? I need basically this type of move. I need like a 10 to 20% move in one day to make any money on options. Or I need 10 to 20% move to the downside as well. So it's really difficult to trade options on AMC unless you're getting a really big move. So that's why we're looking for, a really big move here to happen. And that's why I believe, if we can kind of, move up to this level, then we can get like a 10% red day to the downside. And then my put options would, obviously print there. But the problem is we really need a drastic move here on AMC for something to actually happen to make money on the options. Now, here we are today. Looks like AMC might be able to be green today. But you can see, just the other day, we had a little bit of a kind of an indecision, little doji candle there. We get rid of that line. You can see that little doji candle. It was green. You had green volume come in. The next day, yesterday, the overall market kind of got crushed. AMC also got crushed, which is funny because even, when the market goes higher, AMC goes lower. Even when the market goes down, AMC goes lower. So the market goes up, AMC goes down. The market goes down, AMC goes down. It's not really following the overall market and types of trends. And, I talked about this as well on StockTwits and other places. At the end of the day, if you're a common shareholder, you can hold your shares forever. Yes, you can totally do that. No problem. That's, hey, just hold your shares. But if AMC was ever to go bankrupt, and I think there is a very good possibility of AMC going bankrupt in the future, maybe not, next year or the year after, but by the time that all of AMC's debt starts to really kind of kick in and they've got to start making payments on the debt, I think they're going to be in a really, 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 really bad place. Because if you look at the financials on AMC over the last 10 years, AMC has never been profitable. They've been losing money. They've invested billions of dollars in failed movie chains. They bought, movie chains in the Midwest. They bought other movie chains. And all of these investments that they made ended up literally making them no return. They were not making money off of all the billions of dollars that they invested. And now they're at the same point. Again, they're investing money in different ideas. Oh, we're going to take Dogecoin. Oh, we're going to take Bitcoin. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. And they have all these ideas, but none of these ideas are moving the needle. They've been very lucky because retail traders have been able to step in and basically save the company and save the company from bankruptcy there in 2020. And then in 2021, very, very kind of lucky that AMC had the retail traders to kind of step in there and pump the price of the stock so they could dilute the stock. You remember, they went from 100 million shares in the float to almost 500 million shares in the float now. So they've literally 5x the float with dilution. And the reason they were able to do that was because of the AMC apes. And what's so funny here is that at the end of the day, if you're an investor in a company, dilution is never really a good thing. Because if I own 5 shares and now the company is now, basically printing more shares, adding more shares out there and selling them, well, my 5 shares are now worth less in the overall grand picture of things with the percentages of what the company is owned. So, going from 100 million shares to 500 million shares is never a good thing. Now, they needed, obviously, to do that to stay alive. AMC needed to do this to stay alive, and that right there is a red flag because AMC needed money so badly to kind of keep away all of the issues with their debt and all of that because they had that 1 year, with COVID and everything. They had the year where they weren't making any money. But if you look back at their financials for so long, the financials don't lie. The financials do not lie. The company has made very, very bad investments. The company is not innovating. The company is not changing the game. Yes, I know that box office are up. I get it. People are going back to movie theaters right now because, things were closed during COVID. People want to get outside. They want to do something. They're bored. They have nothing else to do. I enjoy the movie theaters. I do enjoy the movie theaters. But I do know that a lot of times, back when I used to go to the movie theaters in the middle of the week, there was no one there. And a company cannot, exist basically by only selling tickets on Friday and Saturdays, especially when you're open all week long and you have a overhead. You got to pay for rent. You got to pay for your employees. There's a lot of things that got to be paid for. But right now, again, what do I think is going to happen here? What do I think is going to happen here with AMC? I'm really hoping that we get a push up here to this level. We can get denied, and then we're going to go lower. I just don't see AMC going from $18 to $100. It's just, I don't see that happening. It's just not going to be that simple, not that easy. Now, if AMC, let's say it gets down here to the $12 to $8 level, and then we start to get a big short squeeze, then it's maybe a possibility to get, 100, 200% move, maybe back up here to this level. But I just, from what I'm seeing here, what I believe as a trader and what I've seen for the last almost 5 years of trading, it's just never that simple. And guess what? I've seen this before. I've been here before. I've invested in companies that have went bankrupt. I've bought into the hype. I've bought into the FOMO, and I'm still here. And I've learned my lesson over the years. So there it is, kind of breaking down what I think is going on right now with AMC. It continues to go lower. People are selling because they got to take profit at some point. They're going to go and chase other gains. And I know a lot of people are going to say, that the AMC apes only care about AMC being profitable and moving into the future. But the truth is, I would say 99% of AMC apes really just want to get rich, really just want to buy a Lambo, or maybe they just want to pay off their mortgage, or they want to put their kid through college. I don't really think that a lot of the AMC apes really care about the movie theater chain staying in business for the next 10 years. And let's just be honest here. If AMC goes to $500 tomorrow, I'm thinking pretty much every single ape is going to sell, right? They're not going to hold for the next 10 years. this has clearly just been a massive pump and dump, and AMC will dump down to its actual value. And I think, putting a real value on this company, you're down in the single digits at this point. You look at their debt, you look at what's going on with the overall industry. AMC is a single digit stock, especially at 500 million share float. At 100 million share float, maybe they were a 12 to 15, $20 stock, but at 500 million shares, they're definitely a single digit stock. So there's my breakdown on AMC today, kind of getting some thoughts out there, talking more about the overall idea, the play here. I know people are going to comment and say I'm an idiot, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but hey, I do enjoy the banter sometimes. And, hey, I'm all for actually having real discussions. So if anyone actually wants to have real discussions in the comments and, post real comments and real ideas, let me know in the comments. If you're just going to comment and say I'm an idiot and I'm ugly and my face is bad and my hair is bad, that's pretty much proving that you have no idea what you're doing as an investor. So let me know in the comments below, do you actually have a real theory here, a real thesis, other than shorts, other than manipulation, other than basically everything that everyone has been touting for the last 6-7 months as AMC goes lower?